It is the one night of the year where WWE gets extreme. What's up, YouTube? This is your boy Nick here, and today I revealed the results of the Raw exclusive pay-per-view known as Extreme Rules, presented by the #1 rated reality show on Fox, hosted by John Cena, called American Grit. Season 2 will be available sometime in the next few months or so. Be sure to check your local listings. And we also like to send out a special thanks to Barnes Courtney for Hellfire's the official Extreme Rules theme song of the album, the EP Doldrums, available now on iTunes and Spotify. Alright guys, we are going to kick things off with the kickoff show as Kalisto went one-on-one with Apollo Crews, who was representing the Titus brand. Now of course, Titus O'Neil was at ringside for Apollo Crews, but the match ended when Titus O'Neil got involved in the match, trying to tell Apollo Crews what to do next. That allowed Kalisto to hit Apollo Crews with this move known as the Salida del Sol, while kicking Titus O'Neil in the chin. That allowed Kalisto to gain the pinfall victory. Alright guys, now we move on to the Intercontinental Championship as the Lunatic Fringe, Dean Ambrose, defended the title against The Miz, with the stipulation that if Dean Ambrose gets disqualified by any way, anyhow, then The Miz would automatically become Intercontinental Champion. Now, of course, literally throughout the entire match, The Miz did everything he could to ensure that Dean Ambrose got disqualified. He even had he even had his wife Maurice slap him, and the referee the referee saw that. So Ambrose knew what to do. He had to have the referee throw Maurice out from ring, throw her out. That allowed The Miz to grab Dean Ambrose and throw him into the referee, and that allowed The Miz to hit a skull-crushing finale, and therefore your 7-time Intercontinental Champion, The Miz. Knowing Dean Ambrose, hell is going to reign over on Raw tomorrow night. Alright guys, now we move on to a mixed tag team match with cruiserweight division implications, as the Boss, Sasha Banks, teamed up with the hometown boy, Rich Swann, in his hometown of Baltimore, Maryland, to take on Noam Dar, the Scottish Supernova Noam Dar, and the deranged Alicia Fox. This match was literally all Rich Swann and Sasha Banks. Literally, it was. This was a lopsided match. The match ended with Sasha Banks hitting Noam Dar with the double knees. That allows Banks to attack Alicia Fox, eliminating her from the match, which allowed Rich Swann to hit Noam Dar with the Phoenix Splash, and allowed Rich Swann to get the pinfall victory. Alright guys, now we move on to the second of 5 titles we had on the card. The second one was for the Raw Women's Championship, as Alexa Bliss defended against Bayley in a kendo stick on a pole match. Honestly, I think this match could have went a little longer, but the match ended literally in under 10 minutes. And wow, I was very shocked. Literally, I was. The match ended with Alexa Bliss hitting Bayley with the kendo stick, literally multiple kendo stick shots, which Alexa Bliss hit, which allowed Alexa Bliss to hit Bayley with the DDT, and allowed her to remain the Raw Women's Champion. Alright guys, now we move on to the Raw Tag Team titles as the Hardys defended against Sheamus and Cesaro in a steel cage match. Now when it comes to the steel cage match and the tag team division, there is no referee in the ring. The only way to win is when both teammates escape the cage either by over the top or through the door with both of their feet hitting the floor, with both teammates' feet hitting the floor. And honestly, I thought that this would favor the Hardys since they've been in since there have only been like what 2, 3, like I think like two steel cage matches involving tag teams. The Hardys have been in both of them. The first one was at Unforgiven in I think in 1999, I believe, against Edge and Christian, and then of course in 2001 at Survivor Series against the Dudleys, and of course during that time it was the whole WWE invasion, the whole WWE versus Alliance thing going on. But this was the third time that two tag teams would be in a steel cage. This match was back and forth. Literally, it was like one of the most extreme steel cage matches I've ever seen in my entire life. And the closing moments of the just to give you some highlights of the match. So at the start of the match, Sheamus and Cesaro were trying to climb the cage, but of course the Hardys kept on bringing them in the cage, and then 10 minutes later, 10-15 minutes later, Jeff Hardy escapes the cage, which several minutes later he had to go back into the ring to help his brother Matt attempt to retain the Raw Tag Team titles, and then it was just chaos, literally chaos. Sheamus and so the closing moments of the match, Sheamus and Cesaro were scaling the cage while the Hardys were trying to escape through the door. As Matt Hardy was pulling Matt Hardy from outside the ring, Sheamus and Cesaro from the other side of the cage just dropped. And it looked like a draw. Literally, it looked like a draw. But unfortunately, we now have new Raw Tag Team Champions in Sheamus and Cesaro. It is safe to say that the Hardys will get the rematch for the Raw Tag Team titles, but we will see what happens tomorrow night on Raw. Alright guys, now we move on to the Cruiserweight division as the King of the Cruiserweights, Neville, defended the Cruiserweight title against Austin Aries in a submission match. Now, of course, under submission match rules, there are no pinfalls. Supposedly, there are no pinfalls, no countouts, and no disqualifications. The only way you win is to make your opponent tap out. That's it. But as we saw, the referee was counting out, was attempting to count Neville and Austin Aries out. So both of these superstars literally gave it their all. Literally, you know, there is no denying it. You know, first was I'm just gonna name off some of the submission holds that they used throughout this whole match, throughout the whole match. So Austin Aries used he used a figure 4 leg lock on Neville, and then he used Neville's own Reigns of Saturn submission, and then of course he used the Last Chancery like 3 times, 4 times, and then a couple of other holds. But the closing moments of the match was Neville hit Austin Aries with the red arrow literally on his neck, literally like on his neck and shoulder area, which allowed Neville to capitalize with the Rings of Saturn, and Neville not Neville, Austin Aries said, "I quit." But he was like sitting, literally like right where the apron was. He was sitting right there on the floor, leaning against the apron, and he just smiled like this. Like, I just gotta tell him smiling a little bit, like I think it's safe. I think it's safe to say that with Austin Aries, the rivalry is far from done. But we will see what happens tomorrow night on Raw. Alright guys, it is now time for our main event, and this was the match that changed the new era, the course of the new era. It was a fatal 5-way Extreme Rules match where the winner would go on to the brand new Raw exclusive pay-per-view Great Balls of Fire to face Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship. It was the participants in this match were Seth Rollins, Samoa Joe, Finn Balor, Bray Wyatt, and Roman Reigns. This match was a war. I mentioned in my Extreme Rules prediction video last week that this match was going to be a war. And this match lived up to its hype. It was back and forth. Literally, like, this match could have been anyone's ballgame. There were certain points in the match where Roman Reigns was in control of the match. There was also a point in the match where both Samoa Joe and Bray Wyatt were in control. But in the end, Roman Reigns hit Bray Wyatt with the spear, which allowed Finn Balor to hit Roman Reigns with the sling blade, and then the coup de grace that allowed Samoa Joe to apply the coquina clutch on Finn Balor. And of course, Finn Balor, he didn't tap out, he passed out, literally. So, your winner and the #1 contender for the Universal Championship will be Samoa Joe. Wow. Honestly, this is probably by far one of the craziest Extreme Rules pay-per-views we've had in the last 4 years. Literally. Wow. This was amazing. It was awesome. Alright, well that is it for the Extreme Rules results. Thank you guys so much for watching, and remember to post in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and remember to subscribe and bell me for more WWE and YuGiOh opening videos. And don't forget that my summer giveaway has started. So you have from now up until August 31st to go on Facebook, PM me. My Facebook name, my Facebook DM name will be at the bottom of the description below, so you guys can PM me, so you can PM me letting me know your full first and last name, your age, where you're from, and letting me know you're officially entering the giveaway. Again, you must be 16 years or older to enter. I will not, and anyone who is under 16 must have parents' permission. Otherwise it's just 16 and older. And then don't forget to send in your fan mail. There will be an address in the description below, so you guys can send in your fan mail, and it can be pretty much anything you guys want. It could be YuGiOh booster boxes, loose packs, loose cards, special edition mini boxes, T-shirts, hats, books, candy, whatever you guys want. But if you guys send letters, do not send explict content. I will not accept them. Oh, and of course you guys can also send Pokemon DVDs, YuGiOh DVDs, movies, whatever you guys want as well. But again, if you send letters, do not send explict letters. I will not accept them. And on that, this is your boy Nick here, signing out.